Hello and welcome to my PechaKucha on my Eli Library internship for 2024. I hope this PechaKucha can give you a good glimpse into my experience at the Eli Library and that you can walk away from it with some knowledge on what this internship entails. The Eli Library internship is located on campus in the campus center. It's open from 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. on weekdays. I personally work there from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays every week. This never changed throughout the semester, but I always had the option to work different times if needed. For this internship, my site supervisor was Amber, and I'm not going to try and butcher her last name. She's the user experience librarian and the head of access services, and she is just the best. She's super kind and was just super helpful in making sure everything was going smoothly at all times for me at this internship. Now I give a quick overview on some of my basic responsibilities for this internship. I had weekly overview meetings with Amber. I would staff a circulation desk. I would meet with other library staff, and I had 4 projects that I was working on throughout this semester that I could choose when to spend my time on. When staffing the circulation desk, I would check books in and out. I would help book study rooms. I would try to address student library related questions as best as I could. I would direct students to certain library resources, and my circulation desk usually lasted around 1 to 2 hours. Now, just to give some thoughts on the circulation desk work, I don't typically enjoy front-facing work, so this was part of the internship I was most worried about. It was definitely challenging working the desk because there's a lot of systems to learn and a variety of questions students can ask. But there was always another student on desk or a desk supervisor present, so if I came across any problems, it was easy to just ask one of them for help. I still think I really overall enjoy front-facing work, but the circulation desk ended up being much less worrisome than I thought it was going to be. And I feel like I gained a lot of experience just observing the other students there and the desk supervisor. Here I've listed some of the library staff that I had meetings with over my semester, and each of these individuals were super helpful and kind, and they answered any questions I had given them. They all gave me great advice about the ins and outs of librarianship and their career paths, how they got to where they were. Amber set these meetings up, and it was super easy to just contact them via email, set up a time, and meet them wherever they wanted to meet in the library. It was a super smooth process, and I'm very appreciative for each one of them for taking time out of their schedules to meet with me and answer my questions and give me advice regarding the internship. So the first project I'm going to talk about is the book list project. The goal of this project was to create a list of 40 to 50 newer titles for possible addition to the library's popular reading collection. I had to create a list of titles and put hyperlinks to their Amazon page for each item. Titles on the list had to be from about the last 3 years or so. Normally there'd be a certain budget to be mindful of, but this project it was left open, which was nice. I really strive to find titles from different genres like biography, sci-fi, manga, and thrillers. My list ended up consisting of about 40 different titles, and here you can see the first 19 of them on the image on the right. I was really happy with how my list ended up coming out. For the missing list project, I was given a version of the library's missing list, which is a list that contains all the books that potentially haven't been returned. My job was to go up to the library stacks and basically check off if the book had actually been returned or not and just not properly documented. If I did find a book, I was to bring it down to the circulation desk for it to be properly documented. My favorite of the projects was probably the book display project, and for this one, I was tasked with creating 2 book displays. The first one was for the Native American Heritage Month, and the second one was for a genre I got to choose. I ended up choosing sci-fi, and this project involved searching the library database for books relating to the genre or topic, making a list, and going up to the stacks, finding the books, and bringing them down and setting them up in the display that looks nice. I was kind of worried about this one because I'm not very creative, and I had to make a poster for it, but I ended up really enjoying this one. I was really satisfied how both my displays came out, as you can see in these 2 bottom pictures, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. The inventory project was pretty simple. I was just tasked with taking inventory of books using the library's tablets. I mainly took inventory of the library's Ask at Circulation section, which is located behind the circulation desk. After I scanned the barcodes on the books, I sent the inventory list to Amber over email. It was pretty simple overall, but I enjoyed it. Just to give some of my thoughts on the projects, the book display project was definitely my most enjoyable, which was surprising because I just didn't think I had the creativity or drive to create a poster and set up a book display that looked nice, but I ended up really enjoying it. The missing list project was probably my least favorite because it could feel tedious at times, just checking off books that were not there. And the book list and inventory projects were fun and satisfying, but none of the projects ever felt stressful because most of them had pretty lax due dates, and I could easily pick and choose what to work on when I wanted to work on them. So if I didn't feel like doing the missing list, I could just work on the book list instead, and that was something I really liked. So now just to give a quick overview of my overall internship satisfaction. This is my first internship, so going into it, I was worried and thought I'd be swarmed with work from classes in my internship, but it ended up being a very enjoyable experience overall. The workload was perfect, and the flexible deadlines made so I was never stressed to hit a due date. The library staff were also super kind and easy to work with. I was really impressed by just how easy this internship fit into my schedule and how just it was at no point was I ever stressed out about it or worried that I wasn't going to finish something. And the staff were just, again, so nice and helpful the entire time. Always be thankful for them. Now, talk about some things that I appreciated. I was always allowed to work on stuff for classes at the circulation desk if no one needed assistance, which I really liked. I also liked how I always had the option to do remote work if I needed to, so that was very nice. And my schedule was always clearly outlined by Amber each week, so I knew what I was doing. Overall, I definitely do recommend this internship, especially if it's your first one. But here on this slide, I just highlighted some reasons why someone may or may not like this internship. It has great team environments, flexible deadlines and schedule, but if you like individual work or like social media managing, it might not be for you. And I just want to say thank you for taking the time to listen to my PechaKucha, and I hope you got a good glimpse of my experience of the internship out of it.